Hi, my name is Jenny Sanders and I am the Director of Faculty Experience at WGU. I'm here to provide some context and some vision for some important, exciting changes that are coming December 1st. And I want to provide the why right up front. It's a familiar why. It's student obsession. Why are we making these changes? Because we want every single one of our students, regardless of their background, their strengths, or their life experience, to be successful and to have a personalized experience here at WGU. Over the next months and years, we'll be learning more and more about who our students are and understanding the things that will help them to be successful. This policy is, again, just the first step. So what's changing? In some ways, nothing. We're still student obsessed. Our faculty are still trying to help our students be successful and to meet our students where they are. We just want to make sure that our focus in our policies is where it needs to be to help our students be successful. And that focus is on consistent academic activity. We know that our students need to engage in learning resources. They need to talk to faculty. They need to submit and take assessments for them to move forward in their degree. So that's what we want to focus on. To do that, we're introducing an academic activity policy that outlines the various activities that students can engage in that demonstrate academic activity. And that's the focus. That's what makes them active. It's what they're doing that really matters. Of course, faculty communication is part of that academic activity, and we want to make sure that it supports consistent engagement, as well as provide a personalized experience for our students. So what will that look like? What does that mean for me as a faculty member? What it means is that in the first term, we want to help our students build the habits of consistent academic activity that we know they need to be successful here. That means that you'll be having regular phone calls with them. Most of the time, that will be weekly. And that those phone calls can be with program mentors as well as course instructors to help those students build those habits. After the first term, we'll talk with our students. The mentors will work with their students, partner with them to determine what is a communication plan that's going to help me be successful in the next term. They'll do that for students who made OTP and are accelerating and are doing really well. They'll do that with students who have struggled, who might not yet have those habits really well entrenched for consistent academic engagement. And so in conversation and reflection with those students, they'll think about what were the communication modalities and timing that were most helpful to me? What were things that were less helpful to my success? And so let's build a plan that has more of the things that are helpful for that student. Our students are unique. We can't lose sight of that. There's no one-size-fits-all communication strategy that's going to work for every single student. We need to make sure that we are partnering with our students, creating these plans, revising these plans as often as it takes to really help our students move forward and be successful. So the focus on academic activity, that's new. And the personalization and flexibility that we're providing with faculty communication plans, that is sort of new. Many of you have been doing that for a while, but now we have the policy to back you up in the ways that you've been trying to personalize for your students for years. The other thing that's new is the incorporation of course instructors into those policies. We know that course instructors and program mentors are essential to our students' success. So we want to make sure that our policies reflect that. Our course instructors, in addition to being part of academic activity and part of communication protocol, are also going to be part of inactive outreach. They're going to know, they're going to be alerted when a student is not consistently engaging, and they'll work together with that community of care, with the program mentor and managers to help that student re-engage and keep moving forward in their degree plan. Another important part of this focus on academic activity is the critical nature of our faculty documentation. It's hard for us to know what a student really needs if we don't know what support they've already received. And so as faculty members and as any member of the community of care, we want to be sure that we're reliably and carefully and thoroughly documenting what we're doing with our students. You can imagine a bit like in a medical setting. If a nurse or a doctor is not documenting the treatments that the patient has had, that they might get too much or too little of the type of help that they need. Our students are really no different. And for us to personalize in a meaningful way, we need to make sure that we are a coordinated community of care, that we know what each other is doing, and that we support each other in the ways that we're trying to guide our students. To support this coordination, we're introducing a new policy that's not student-facing. It's our faculty documentation policy, which outlines the how, the why, and the when for documenting our interactions with students. By doing this reliably and well, we will be an unstoppable force for supporting our students. The objective is very clear. It's a personalized experience for our students that's based on their activity, on their needs, on their strengths, that we're partnering with them to help them be successful. That's the objective. What's the outcome? Better student success. That's what we're hoping for. Does that mean that you as a faculty member will have fewer calls or more calls? Truthfully, we don't really know. That would be an outcome of this policy change, but it's not our objective. So as we move forward into this new chapter, let's keep that objective front of mind and make sure that we are focused on helping our students find their personalized path to success at WGU. So, we're embarking on a new chapter. We're going to be focusing on academic activity, on personalized student and faculty communication plans, on reliable faculty documentation that helps to coordinate our community of care, whether that's faculty members, academic services, student services, enrollment, all of these different members that support a student. We're putting in these policies and guidelines that will help all of us ensure that each student has the individualized support that will help them to be successful at WGU.